The following is a special presentation of ABC Sports.
North Carolina has always been known for its brilliant blue sky and basketball champions. And each year, the question of which blue will rule the sky must be answered. A decade ago, the sky favored the Tar Heels, a lighter shade represented by the reign of Jordan, worthy and a national championship. But recently, it's the darker Devil's blue that has ruled. This is the blue of Hurley and Laettner. And this afternoon, the battle is renewed to see who controls the sky. It's Duke and North Carolina next. Duke University that features one of the prettiest campuses and some of the craziest basketball fans in the world. Tent City began forming 2 weeks ago as the students started lining up, waiting for the best seats for the showdown against Carolina. A year ago, these Blue Devils were #1, and now they are trying to back up and repeat as national champions. Come on inside the Cameron Indoor Arena, where the showdown awaits. It's North Carolina against the top-ranked Blue Devils. Good afternoon and welcome, everybody. I'm Brent Musburger. Well, there are great basketball rivalries all across the land, and then there is Duke and North Carolina. Duke was unbeaten earlier this year when they rolled into Chapel Hill, and the Tar Heels picked them off. Duke has lost only one time since then. This a revenge match for Coach Krzyzewski and the Blue Devils. Jim Valvano, what about North Carolina coming into this one?
We know all coaches want their players to reach their potential. I think this Carolina team has played up to potential. Won 19 games. Now, they have some weaknesses. They're very young. They have one senior. Their strength is their strength. But for them to win, they need a great job inside, and they need Hubert Davis to keep lighting it up on the perimeter.
Can the Blue Devils repeat as national champions?
You know how I feel about that, Brent? I predicted they'd go undefeated. They haven't done that, but they're going wire to wire. Preseason #1, and right now they're still #1. Hey, they won when Hurley got hurt, and Grant Hill stepped up. Grant Hill got hurt. Brian Davis stepped up. They're both back. This team is going to win another national championship.
But first things first, and North Carolina is determined to sweep the regular season series. It's Carolina and Duke coming up on ABC. North Carolina against Duke. You don't have to say anything more than that. The starting lineup's on your screen, and because of an injury on that Duke side, Grant Hill out with a sprained ankle. Antonio Lang goes in. He matches against Lynch. In the middle, Christian Laettner against Eric Montross, and that might be the biggest problem as far as Carolina is concerned here this afternoon. The coaches, two of the best in the business. 31 years at Carolina. Man who has done it all, Dean Smith. And the coach who is currently doing it all and more, Mike Krzyzewski, the first since John Wooden to take a team to 4 straight Final Fours.
And it's going to be 5 straight Final Fours, Brent. He hates when I do that. I was on a plane with one of his assistants who's telling me, you know, Mike, why don't you lay off? It's so easy up here to do that, though.
Wouldn't be as much fun, would it, Joe? So for the last time at Cameron, Christian Laettner will tap it off to start the game. How it unfolded at Carolina. Remember in this game, Bobby Hurley suffered a broken bone in his foot. Missed all of about 3 weeks. Then back for about 3 games.
Brent, that was one of the most physical games I've ever seen in the ACC.
And it's underway.
Customary man-to-man defense by the Blue Devils. Woo! Carolina spreading the court.
Carolina wants to control an early tempo here and not get into a racehorse, I guess, in this arena.
And what they're trying to do is something, maybe they're listening to us on the air. So about the way to beat Duke is to beat the guy who's guarding you. Right? Don't go into a team up. Beat the man who's guarding you. It creates those opportunities.
They got it nicely into Montross.
I've not seen at the end of games I've seen
something that I've always thought was important against them. Don't let their team defense beat you. Just beat the guy who's guarding you.
And Carolina applying a little pressure, so Laettner takes it outside, and Reese bangs the glass for Carolina. Their second possession, and they're not going to slow this one down. Lynch missing, hit out of bounds by Laettner.
So difficult to continue that type of play for a long period. I wonder if Dean is just trying to take the fans out of the game early. It's senior day. Don't allow the emotion of Duke to run wild and their team, get ahead of you. See how long he stays with this kind of offense.
Montrose is all alone over there, Jimmy, and Laettner did a great job. He's out of bounds, but I want to tell you, as soon as he brought the ball down, Laettner slapped at it.
And that was the key. You very rarely see a Carolina player, big man, bring the ball down. They usually keep it right up there. See that? As soon as he brought it down, the senior came by and stripped it.
Montrose has taken a page from Laettner's book. Been out high a couple of times here in the early going. Now he forms a great screen, and Davis, who's been red hot, misses from the perimeter. But Carolina goes for the rebound. Offensive foul.
You like on the road to really get those and convert the opportunities that you get. This guy, Davis, has not missed many in the last month of the season. Great offensive board, and the ref, I thought he might have called travel. Usually the refs, they might give you a little traveling call there.
And Brian Reese muscled in apparently with his body. We didn't have a real good view of it. Montrose snaps it down. In the early going, Carolina getting to the loose balls, Jimmy.
Yeah, very interesting. We'll have to see next time down. Carolina's defense that time. They didn't get a clear look at it, but they were giving up the perimeter shot. May not have been in a man-to-man. Beat the guy who's guarding you, one-on-one. Creates opportunities for other players.
Oh, Davis all alone underneath. What a nice play that was.
Let's see on the score. Carolina goes back to man-to-man. Might be doing one thing on the make, another thing on the miss.
Hurley takes the three. And just like that, it's a one-point game.
And when he was gone, that's what they missed. Not only he's a north-south player, but he also hits the three-point shot. Hurley was definitely missed.
Muscle out from the baseline, and Lynch is open at the other end. And they've missed a couple of perimeter shots over here, but hustling back after it is Davis for Carolina. Well, I'll tell you, Carolina men are open. There's a three by Reese. They're wide open.
Kind of flat, isn't it, Brent? Even though it's such a big game, and I think and a technical foul on Coach K because his team's a little bit flat.
Dicky Paparo hit Coach K right now.
He said that was bad. I think he said.
I think so. Well, kind of a strategic move here. His team a little flat.
I really think, I know it caught me by surprise, and I would think it might have caught Coach K by surprise. Carolina has always gone toe-to-toe. I mean, up and down. I mean, I was at Florida State, at Florida State, 110 to 90-something. They don't usually try to control tempo. This is a little bit different. But it also shows the great respect Dean has for Duke's basketball team, saying we have to adjust what we do to win the game. Normally, Dean says, hey, we're going to play the way we play. You adjust to us. He's adjusting, and it's 9-3. It's working right now. You have to play that way with the lead. You don't have when you're behind, it doesn't work. Have to have the lead, which they have.
Now they can dictate with this 6-point lead here in the early going. Patiently working out here in the perimeter. 45 seconds, folks, can be a long time. Phelps missing, but an offensive rebound by Lynch, and a roll in for the Tar Heels, and they break early in this one.
And change of defense again. Now it's a 2-3 zone. Or their point zone, as Carolina calls it. It's more of a matchup. Wide open Hurley.
He's been their offense.
Only problem with that zone, if you're going to play it, you must stay in touch with three-point shooters.
Off Lynch's hands, Duke ball. Lynch is insisting that the ball was hit. Paparo may be coming in to change it.
He did. And Mike's not going to like that.
Krzyzewski's going to jump all over him, and Paparo says, well, my position substitutions on the other side here, Coach K. So Coach K eyeing him from across the floor, and he just signaled to him, "That's 3 you've missed on me, Dickie." So Pat Sullivan handling the ball now for the first time on the floor for the Tar Heels. Really tried to steal it from Phelps, who got inside, and it's an easy lay-in for Lynch.
See, Brent, that's what happens when you beat one person. Just beat one person. Somebody's going to be free. Find the open man. But you don't run your set offense that way. And as long as you can beat the guy, you can create some good scoring opportunities.
Davis off the dribble is fouled. Sullivan's first.
Carolina foul on number 3, Pat Sullivan, his first, team second.
We'll see. Carolina normally traps when it's out of bounds. I think they're playing all kinds of different stuff today. May not see that trap.
Change-up city, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Knocked away and out of bounds by Montross. I'm impressed with the quickness in the early going of the Carolina team.
They certainly had a game plan, and to this point, right up to the first TV timeout, it's probably worked perfectly. He couldn't have asked Dean Smith for more. To score 13 points and hold Duke to 6 at this point. See, there's the trap. There's the trap.
Now, Hurley's been the whole offense with those 2 threes.
And
Pressured, gets it to Laettner. Couldn't get the wrap around, knocked out of bounds by Carolina.
see, but there was the trap. And as I say, normally, you kind of know what Carolina's doing in certain situations. You have to adjust to it.
Well, they got to the first break.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to recognize Duke's
An unhappy
senior
Coach K.
Captain Carly.
Okay, now, if they're going to try and beat us one-on-one, deny everybody else the ball, lay off the dribbler a tad so he can't get by it. He'll know when to pass to. There's the trap. That'll be out of bounds.
Short on the 3, Antonio Lang with an offensive rebound. Hurley's been the whole 3 threes for Bobby Hurley, keeping Duke in the game in the early going. Big rebound by Lang was only their second of the game. They were being out-rebounded 5-1 until then.
See, that time Hurley, try not to let the dribbler get by. Deny everybody else. Don't let him get by. Lay off the dribble a little bit. See, there's the adjustment. And don't let anybody else get the ball. You see? And all of a sudden, your offense breaks down a little bit.
That is a 2-point shot by Hubert Davis, 6 for the game.
See now, again, the way I was. If the guy hits 3 threes, don't let him take another one. I mean, I don't care who else shoots. Don't let Hurley take a wide open shot. Don't help if somebody else drives. Stay with him. See, there's the help. Don't help that.
And into the hands of Lynch on the Hill miss. 15-9, Carolina with the ball in the early lead. Hooked as he came around by Lang.
Because he let him get by. The dribbler got by the defender.
And Grant Hill appears.
Brent, it's remarkable that Duke has played the level it has. When you're number one, everybody plays great against you. Then you get an injury to Hurley and then to Hill and still win games, especially like the game at UCLA. What a great win that was.
Some more substitutions for the Tar Heels. Rodel, Salvadori on the floor now with this team.
Regular passing game. This is their normal offense now. Now they're going to use some clock, try and get a good shot out of their normal offense.
Davis handling the ball, still on the floor. He's the key scorer for the Tar Heels. Rodel's all alone at the top of the three-point circle. Tapped back by Carolina and into the hands of Salvadori, stripped by Hill. He makes an impact immediately upon entering the game with that tender ankle. Oh, again! Short this time, gets it back. Beautiful pass. Beautiful pass to Lang. Three threes and a big assist for the point man from New Jersey, Bobby Hill.
Again, a mistake you don't see the Heels make often, not blocking out the shooter, and then Salvadori pushed off. I did see that one, and it is a foul. Good call.
been held scoreless. Just, again, you try to stop something, you gave up something else. They're working hard at him, giving up some perimeter shots. Back to his own.
Being the good leader that he is, Hurley would like to get Laettner into the scoring column here early before that goes too far. The good floor captain knows where the big fellas are, and he likes to get them into that positive column if he can.
Hurley's good. Well, I was going to say, they're going to get the perimeter jumper against that.
Well, Laettner will go do it himself, and it's rejected by Salvador. Good shot blocker. Into the hands of Rodel now. Heels come down on the move. Davis off a fake. Crowd wanted traveling. They move around to Reese.
Davis is free.
Three.
What a run of game. Look at that smile. He's had such a great run. Shooting the ball. It's been spectacular.
He had 115 points against North Carolina State, Florida State, Maryland, and Georgia Tech. That's the 4 previous games.
And he's shooting 52% from the field.
Speaking of shooting, there is Mr. Hurley again. That's only a 2, though. That time it's a 2, and it's 11 for the game.
I don't think Carolina can play better than they've played, and they're only up 5. That's the bad news.
Davis. Roto with an offensive rebound. He's fouled by Hill, I believe. Thomas Hill fouled him when he came down. Grant Hill was also there.
Fouls on Duke's number 12, Thomas Hill.
It is on Thomas, his first.
Team's second. Phelps and Montross return.
Let me remind you that this is a doubleheader. Here in Game 2 of Domino's Pizza doubleheader coming up. Now, most of you have a real good one coming up next here on ABC. Missouri, Kansas. That's a very good game. I want to get Jimmy's feelings about that one before the afternoon's over. Out west, you'll see the amazing Trojans of USC. I'm so happy for George Raveling and that ball club out there playing so well this year.
Harold Miner came to the game, the UCLA game against Duke. I guess.
Oh, Reese.
Very fluid.
Cut him off, Jimmy.
Yep. But I guess when in town rivalries, you win twice. You like to walk into the other guy's building. Say, here I am. Here I am.
He's a real basketball junkie, isn't he? Hurley threw up a miss, an offensive rebound, and Hill could not get the putback. Roto fouled him underneath.
He's free. That's one thing here. They're not any trouble finding Hurley.
It's kind of interesting that Coach K was upset at the officials early because there have been 4 fouls whistled on Carolina and only 2 on Duke.
Yeah, I really believe that was a reaction to a couple of things. Number one is how Carolina attempted to play early. So, your coach said, uh-oh. He says, not going to be up and down. You're not going to win this one 100 to 95 where they're going. Then his team's a little flat. And so, as a coach, you get so emotionally charged, you get up and you start yelling at who you should yell at. That's our prerogative. You strike shooting guys. And Dick Papara, you have to yell at him.
Jimmy, you know what I find interesting about this area? I had a feeling that I'd come to a college football game. That's how important basketball is down here in Tobacco Road. So it's a 5-point lead by Carolina. They have led it all the way because of plays like this. We'll be right back.
On the statewide sports talk, heard locally on WDNC.
Party atmosphere out there as if you're at a football game.
The T-shirt said, "Go to heaven, Carolina." Right?
That's what it said.
Carolina ball now. They lead it by 5. They've led it all the way. They shot 57%, folks, 8 of 14. Duke is only 5 of 13 for 38%. Knocked away out of bounds by Davis. Carolina ball.
Well, we've got Cherokee Parks, the entrant to see now. Laettner was out, and he had no points. And here's the Frosh, who a lot of people expect a great deal from, especially when Christian goes to the majors, goes to the bigs. Does that help?
And Davis alone. Cannot leave him out there. The way he's been shooting, that's 12 here for the first half for Hubert Davis.
They beat the dribbler. Duke rotated as they do so well. When you rotate and leave a Davis, so I don't think you should do that. Can't leave Hurley open right now. Can't leave Davis open right now because they're hot.
You would be tempted to leave Grant Hill alone since he hasn't played in a while.
And he takes no 3-point shots. Doesn't shoot from out there. Inside. It wasn't a trick.
Now I would be tempted not to leave him alone.
Push him out. You got to push him out. He hasn't attempted the entire freshman.
Knocked away beautifully by Hurley, but into the hands of Carolina. 23-17. Tar Heels have led this baby all the way.
You know the confidence that Coach K has. A young coach would never sit down and start. So he knows it's a long game. A lot of basketball to be played.
Offensive foul is the call against Grant Hill. He was out of control, and Krzyzewski votes against Caparo again.
Let's see if Dickey's got the call right. Here comes Hill. Little spin dribble.
The last shot by Hubert Davis was a three-point shot.
I think it could have been a no call.
23-17. Carolina up 6. Lynch missed that last jump shot. He was open down there. They get Montross knocked away. Out of bounds. Saved beautifully that time by Cherokee Parks. Lynch at the other end. Deflection. Laettner. And Lang.
You better play a lot of people. I mean, it is so hot in this facility today. I mean, we might have needed 3 in the booth today, Brent. Today might have been a day we need a sub possibly.
The garlic would have overwhelmed him. He taps it in. 23-19.
See, as soon as Duke got it close, they spread the court, try to beat the guys dribbling. Who you guys guarding?
Really stayed up tight on Phelps that time. Look to Montross, who gets behind Lang, fouled. So Grant Hill really had no choice but to bang into him. That's his second personal of the game.
Is the two-time on the ball, and they rotate, and they get it to the big guy. Again, Coach Smith will be showing these films and saying, Eric, why are you bringing the ball down low? You've been working for 2 years now, keeping that thing up high.
Hit Montross off a play, triple team, and foul. They rule out a jump ball.
No, I think
they got the foul. They got the foul.
Number 32, Christian.
It was Duke Edsel working with Larry Rose and Dick Paparo, who got the foul in underneath. And on Laettner, that's his first and the 15 on Duke.
You know it's hot in here. Coach Smith took his jacket off. Doesn't usually do that. Got the jacket on in the first half.
0-0, Eric Montross, 2 shots.
What did he tell us, Coach Smith, when he came into the arena? He said, why don't they spend some money and buy some air conditioning?
You love to cause problems, I'll tell you, Miss Miller.
Let's pour a little kerosene on this rivalry here.
He was a point guard here back early 70s.
Montross, 3 points on the afternoon. It's 24-19, a 5-point Carolina lead.
Back in zone. Carolina's changed defenses often.
Thomas Hill lifts the 3. It's a 2-point game, and Duke starting to show why it's number 1 this year. Offensive foul on Montross underneath.
Boy, that 3-point line has changed the game so dramatically. You go to the zone. What do they have? 3 threes already? Hurley with 2 and Thomas Hill with 1.
It's 9 of their 22.
Yeah, you can't play. You got to go back man. You're trying to change defenses.
12. What am I thinking of? Hurley had 3. And the biggest Carolina lead was 11-3. Now it's 24-22. This about?
Have no idea.
Duke was bringing the ball up, and was it the 45-second clock that was malfunctioning? Is that possible?
I don't know. Paparo's going to call both coaches over. Mike doesn't even want to come. Mike says, that's all right. It's okay. You see, you don't want to go. So you're not allowed to talk to one without talking to the other. That's a rule.
Number 33, Kevin.
They're adjusting the 45 second clock. They brought it down to 30, 38. So the clock must not have been functioning, and Edsel must have seen it coming up the floor. That must be what that is.
Phelps, one of the best on-the-ball defenders, really, I've seen this year. Does a super job for guarding the dribble.
Davis, it's a 2. Lang rejected Salvadori. Second block. Laettner hustles after it. Taken away from Hurley by Lynch, and Lynch fouled him.
Wide open 3 again. Good on the offensive glass by Duke and Salvatore. Don't be surprised. He leads the conference in blocks. There's a terrific shot blocker. Great. Let's see. Oh! Ooh, all that talk to Comparo paid off, because that was all ball. That was not the foul.
Laettner still can't get in the scoring column here. It's a 2-point Carolina lead. Big possession for the Heels here. They'd like to come away with something quickly, so Phelps goes in to get it. Cannot. Taken back down by Lang, and here's Laettner. Oh, now Hurley will go again. And from the side, Phelps, just as you said, on the ball, he's terrific.
Oh, gets right on it, makes it tough. Great place to scout a game and talk about team things. The only thing you do miss up here is you miss the on the court when you can hear that grunting and groaning and the battle and popping each other.
Before the game, they were chanting, if you can't go to college, go to state. I don't know who that was to or what was
I'm
about.
not sure which state that you think they meant North Carolina State. I don't know why they would say that.
I don't either.
They've been yelling out here every time I show up for 12 years.
In deep for an easy hoop for Salvador.
And we won here 5 times in 10 years, I think.
So that kept them quiet.
That's it. See, watch Phelps. Look at that battle with Hurley. One of the best penetrators in college basketball, and here's one of the best defenders. Each time, it's a battle. Look at that. Ah, good help. Hurley won.
Hill.
Took a Panther to when Hurley won that battle. He got by his man. Carolina had a switch, and that allowed that basket to be made.
Offense, Salvador. Jimmy, I hope you were watching yesterday. You were probably watching some basketball, but Wide World of Sports had the Iditarod, the start of it, and they're along with the World Challenge of Champions coming up again next Saturday. They're going to have the finish. Look at that dog. Look at those beautiful blue eyes on that Husky. He'll try to roar into the finish line. And speaking of finish lines, the Florida Derby, 4:30 Eastern Time next Saturday. That was a wonderful show yesterday. And now it's Duke's ball. They trail Carolina by 2, 6:50 first half.
Hurley is wide open against the zone again.
We'll take it.
Wide open. Ooh.
Push off underneath, no call.
Oh, did they get away with it?
Technical. And I'll tell you what, Dean Smith is 100% right. He pushed him 3 yards.
There's no question. I thought he was an offensive lineman blocking for the quarterback. What a forearm.
Good extension of the arms underneath. Watch the left side. Oh, yes.
He goes flying. Oh, my goodness.
Shooting the
He's right. That's
three shots will be number 32.
Well, it's Brian Davison's last game here in Cameron.
You'll have one push on the left side of the line.
The conference allows you one.
He picked up the blitz. Picked the blitz, knocked him down.
You better get ready. The
My
London
World
Monarchs.
League. That's it.
That's my World League.
I had a great 3 days doing it. It's a lot of fun.
It is. You'll love it.
Your friend Dick Vermeer
He's wonderful.
taught me a whole lot. But
line play and everything else. We just saw some good line play. That's Laettner's first points.
1 point for the game on that technical free throw. Now it's Duke's ball, so each coach
What a
technical
piece.
here in the first
That's
half.
what hurts, though. You lose the ball. They had the ball. You'd already given up a basket. So far it's been a 3-point play. If they score a 2 or 3 here, it's a 5-point play. So it could be very significant.
On the 3, Duke takes its first lead of this game. 27-26 at the 6:28 mark. So this is the first time the Blue Devils have been ahead. They have the ball right now. But, you know, it was a terrible non-call. I mean, Carolina should have had the ball and not having given up 3 points. Instead, it cost them 5 points.
5-point play. And they're pressing. And the crowds come to life.
Oh, wide open is Davis. And he has scored 14 in the first half.
Having an absolutely phenomenal senior year.
Losing it. Sullivan wraps it up.
Got the numbers.
See what they do this time.
Oh,
Did he come hard that time? Brian Reese with 7 points in the first half.
He has that ability, Brent, to glide and not foul. He can go to the basket and not charge.
Giving Carolina back a 1-point lead.
Excellent ball.
Laettner and Duke's up. Put it down.
Now Davis got caught.
I mean, that's terrible officiating in this situation. Why would you call it now? I hate that.
Team foul. Bobby Hurley returns to the lineup.
They gave Laettner the field goal. Now they called Davis for the foul that he should have had about 2 minutes ago. It's a 31-30 Duke lead. Not the kind of thing that you want to determine the outcome of this game, I'll tell you that.
Really stepping up the defensive pressure. You can see that steal coming, Brent.
Laettner puts it on the floor. He's pretty ball handler. Lang showing something here.
Well, Laettner showed the versatility he has. He put the ball on the floor for a jump shot. He then got a steal, went the length of the court, delivered the pass.
Jimmy, I'm telling you, Lang with 3 field goals, too.
Laettner's tired, though. I've been watching him. He's a little fatigued. Out of emotion, your last game, especially the career he's had here, too.
Davis. Put it down. And a foul goes against Grant Hill, and that's number 3. Big foul, number 3 on Hill. And about 4.5 minutes, we'll take you on into halftime, and we'll take a look back through this year's Foot Locker Slam Fest. That will be coming up at halftime of our Duke Carolina game here. 33-32. Duke up 1. Thomas Hill comes in to replace Antonio Lang. I'm sort of surprised that Coach K is leaving Grant Hill on the floor with 3.
You know, he I think needs him to just get in his playing shape. When Bobby Hurley came back, and I talked to Mike about that, he said he was in shape but not playing shape. And I too am a little bit surprised. He's got to come out of the game. His third foul. He can get in playing shape in the second half.
You know, Jimmy, I really seldom jump on officials. I just think it's the toughest thing in the world, and I think that overall they do a wonderful, wonderful job.
I feel a jump coming.
I think this game's been horribly officiated.
Well, there's been some, I think, early technical and a couple of push and shoves. It's an emotional, hey, it's Duke Carolina.
That's right. And it's also tied at 33 with 4:20 to go.
Mismatch here. Mismatch, Montross and Laettner. Absolute mismatch. Forget it. Count to 2. You can't guard him. Not out there, he can't.
He was scoreless until a technical foul, and now he's poured in 7 points.
Great thing about it is he lets the game come to him. He's a veteran. Doesn't force things. Against UCLA, I didn't think he was playing all that well. Let the game come to him. He's had about 29.
Loda's open. Cloak to the floor. Hurley loses it. Montross. And he's on the line.
He carried it back court. He brought it back with him. Good call.
Brian Reese
checking back into the game for Carolina. Got a timeout. And this telecast is being produced in association with Raycom Sports.
From this day on, every
Final 3:50 here of the first half. Duke with its starting lineup on the floor, which means Antonio Lang has replaced Grant Hill. Hill did not start today because of that injured ankle. He is plagued with 3 fouls. He scored 4 points. Bobby Hurley leading Duke in the first half with 11. Hubert Davis leading Carolina with 15 points.
And Carolina's back in that zone, which is giving up all the 3-point shots. And guess what? There's one more.
Underneath contact.
They were fortunate. Heels were fortunate to get away with that. I mean, Bobby Hurley had a spot up, no dribble jumper. He knocks that down. It's 38-33. And all of a sudden, Duke might extend that lead in a great first half. You'd be down 8-10 points.
18 fouls on Duke with this call against Thomas Hill. 2. Rodel coming to the line for Carolina.
Not a great free throw shooter. Rodel's had a 55.6%. Not that one.
Number 33.
Salvadori returning.
Kevin Salvadori replaces Eric Montross for North Carolina.
Carolina goes back to man. Appears they have. I love this little battle here, right here of Hurley and Phelps looking. Phelps getting a little bit more room. Getting a little bit more room. They're going to double him.
They get it to Davis.
Ooh.
Rejected by Salvadori. Reese puts it on the floor.
Yeah, Salvadori become a great shot player.
Lynch looks into Reese. Short, and Salvadori went after it.
Lynch.
And the foul goes against him. That's number 3.
Foul is on Kevin Salvadori, his third personal foul.
Nice pass. Good shot. Excellent follow-up. Another good shot, but sometimes they won't go down. They get Salvadori.
So he'll sit because of the 3 foul situation. Montross returning, and Davis replaces Rodel for Carolina.
Shooting 1-1 for the Blue Devils will be number 32, Christian Laettner.
Laettner shoots 81% from the line. When you think about what he's done today, really hasn't played a Laettner game, but then again, maybe it is, because the game that comes to him. He's blocked, he's rebounded the ball, he's led a fast break, he got a steal, he hit a jump shot off a dribble, he hit a jump shot, he drove the hole from half court. He's done just about everything.
Jimmy, the worst thing about the technical on Dean Smith is it got Laettner going. That was his first point, was to get that free throw, and now he's poured in 9.
And that's something.
Giving Duke a 2-point lead, 37-35. Reese all alone. Can't put the tying basket in, but he comes back with an offensive rebound and the hoop.
Kid's going to be a terrific player here. He's just gotten better from the beginning of the season. We had him earlier till now. He's so much more confident. As soon as he develops an outside shot, he's tough to handle. Up, we got that mismatch again.
And Laettner hits a 3.
Look at that, Brent. That time, Montross said, I got to get away from him. Can't get that close. He'll drive by me. So, 6'10" guy hits a 3-point.
Reese chasing at the other end and into the hands of Christian Laettner.
That shot Reese has got to develop.
Oh, Phelps comes up with it. Lynch got an open man. It's Davis. Davis on the move. Put it down and threw the foul. I can't believe he was fouled. What a great effort.
Oh, you make a pass, you go to one-handed, put it. I didn't see the foul either. But what a, let's see. Lynch gets it up high. There's the catch. Oh, ticky-tack. He just, oh, watch this. Watch, they're going to call a foul. Where's the foul?
I'm telling you, I can't believe it. This is the most phantom-called game I've ever seen in my life. It's Casper the Ghost out there fouling people.
My goodness. You don't see that often. Terrific free throw shooter.
In Carolina. In a point.
Oh.
Laettner
Terrific three-point shooter, Laettner is. So is Hurley. Played a wonderful half from the down 4. Bring it down.
Cuts it in half. 5 for Montross. Remember, he hit the game's first hoop with a put-in. That's only his second field goal of the game, so he went almost 18 minutes.
Just a real bad matchup, Montross and Laettner matchup. You pointed out, Brent, the game. It's just a bad matchup for the here.
He's just eating him up outside. 18. Christian Laettner's last game at Cameron. Davis hits a 3.
Maybe they should just go one-on-one, those two guys.
That's 22 points for Davis.
Maybe they should go one-on-one, huh? Guess who they're going to go to here? Dean Smith. Now you got it. Oh,
away. Carolina can tie it. Here's Davis. Misses, but put in by Lynch ties it.
That time Duke didn't read the matchup change. Now they put Lynch on Laettner, but that means Montross still had a guard. It was guarding an even smaller play. And now Carolina goes zone, and when they do that, what's been happening? Three-point shot. It's
well, if you like college basketball, this is the place to be.
This has been a terrific game, strategy-wise, performance. Probably going to wind up with either Hurley penetrating or getting a 3 from somebody. You like to go with about 8 seconds. Right now. Well,
Hill misses the 3. Laettner tries to save it. And we'll go to the locker room tie.
Field time, Duke 46, Carolina 46.
Duke and North Carolina all even at 46 apiece. That's the 4th time this game has been tied. Halftime coming up.